Okay, another of the stories I missed that's worth talking about is Trump called Stormy Daniels horseface. Ugh, man, what a mess, right? Like, first, let me just get it out of the way. Yeah, Trump, you're an idiot. News was going good for you this cycle. You say this, it's not going to end up good. I don't really want a president that, one, is sleeping around on his wife. Second is then later calling the woman he slept with horseface. It's just stupid. Like, Trump does these dumb things. Now, look, I'm not the type of person that thinks that this somehow outweighs policies and things. I think that he's doing a decent job with policies. The economy seems to be going well, though. As long as we have a Federal Reserve and the stock market, the banking industry the way we have, it's inevitable that there'll be another crash. It doesn't seem that Trump's doing anything with that. And his deficit spending's really bad. I digress. And he already did the most important thing that I wanted him to do when he got elected, which was out that the establishment, Republicans and Democrats, are both the same party, and the media is their mouthpiece, and they're insanely corrupt and will do anything to keep a potential outsider from winning. And if an outsider would win, would do anything to attack them. Whew, mouthful, right? But yeah, so I still like Trump as a president. But I criticize him all the time. This is one of them. To me, this is a far less important thing. His stupid tweets and stupid nicknames and going after people he shouldn't be. Like, yeah, it's dumb and I dislike it, but that's far less aggravating to me than interventions in Syria, which I find to be absolutely ridiculous, or not this insane budget, like deficit spending. Like, remember when Republican conservatives were about stopping the deficit? Yeah, whatever. Apparently that's out the window, but for another video. Now, the real reason I'm doing this video is I wanted to get to how I find that the media reaction to this, him calling Stormy Daniels horseface, is hilarious. It's all about misogyny, right? Trump hates women. Every time Trump insults someone, and this kind of goes with the previous video I just did, which you should check out about Elizabeth Warren and identity politics and things of that nature. So, here's how it works. Trump insults someone, and then the media, and the Democrats sit around and they're like, oh, okay, what are this person's characteristics? What's their gender? What's their ethnicity? Are they disabled in some way? What's their religion? And whatever one of those they think is on the cultural Marxist side of oppressed, right? Then they say, Trump hates that group of people. So if it happens to be a black person, see, Trump hates black people, he's racist. If it's a woman, Trump's misogynist, he hates women. No, it's just Trump makes fun of people, period. Here's the people that Trump goes after. People that don't like him, period. That's it. It's a simple equation. Man, woman, child, it doesn't matter. I agree. It's stupid. And you might hate that. That's great. I don't like it too. In fact, maybe that's enough for you to hate him and not vote for him just on that alone. I disagree. I think policies and stuff are more important, but hey, more power to you. That's great. Why do we have to insert identity politics into it? All of a sudden it's, Trump hates women. That's why he's making fun of Stormy Daniels. No, he won in court, or his team won in court, and he was insulting her just like he would anyone else, right? It's so silly. And I'm so sick and tired of this idea that you can't, there has to be a double standard for how people treat women versus how they treat men when it comes to political, or what you could joke around or call someone a name or things of that nature. I remember there were people that were saying the way Trump stood while Hillary Clinton was speaking at the debates, it was like him lording over her and it's him trying to intimidate a woman. What are you talking about? There were people saying he has to be careful the way he shakes her hand because you don't want to come off as too aggressive towards women, right? These are the same people that tell us these things, that are constantly trying to tell us that there's no difference between men and women in areas that there actually is, like competition, body mass, things of that nature, right? So on one hand, they've always wanted to be that men and women are interchangeable and there's no characteristics that are inherent to one or the other. But in the other, when we're talking politics, you can't even insult a woman like you could a man because apparently they're fragile or something. Newsflash, women are every bit as capable of being intelligent, strong, great politicians, also petty, going after people, insulting people. Yeah, women can do all that as well as men. So I don't understand why this need for protection for them. If you think that it's bad to call someone horseface, then it's bad to call them horseface. The fact that it's a woman shouldn't matter. And the media goes off on this like it's crazy. Yet they breathlessly talk about Trump's penis and Stormy Daniels insulting that, which on the scale of insults, insulting a particular part of someone's anatomy versus just generically calling them horse face, I think we know which one would be more serious. But somehow it's okay for that. Now, granted, there is the argument of Stormy, that you don't want your president making insults like that, which I agree. I think it's stupid, but the double standard's ridiculous, and it's always just applied when they feel, oh, you can't make fun of women unless it's Sarah Palin, then you can make fun of her. Sure, make fun of Sarah Palin. Who cares? But I should be able to make fun of Hillary Clinton in the same breath. Like, their status based on, again, their identity with things like ethnicity, gender, sexual, who cares? Like, none of that matters. Like, I don't understand. I don't feel like I have to, I can't insult someone or criticize someone based on their skin color or gender or sexual preference or religion or the fact that they're disabled or anything like that. In fact, I think when you start treating people different and you say, I'm not saying making gay jokes at someone that's gay, that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. Though, again, when it comes to comedy, I have a soft spot. I'm okay with comedy. It's different having a comedian do that versus the president of your country. But anyways, but I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, the idea that, I can't criticize someone who happens to be gay because then I'll come off as, not liking gay people or something. That's absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't even cross my mind ever. And you saw this even with someone with Obama. I'm not saying everyone, but there was a certain group of people that you'd be like, yeah, I don't think this guy's a good president. I don't like Obamacare. Or I don't like what's going on in Libya. I don't like what's going on in Syria or Yemen or whatever, right? I don't like the way the economy's going. Oh, you must be a racist. No, I don't care that he's black. I literally don't care. I think it was a cool story. If you happen to be black and you live to see the first black president, that's an incredible milestone. That's fantastic, and I feel good for you for that feeling. But that's all it should be, just a feeling. That shouldn't affect whether or not you think he's doing good at his job, and it certainly shouldn't affect someone who wants to criticize him, that all of a sudden that means the criticism has something to do with his skin color. It has nothing to do with it. Sure, there's some racist out there, but that goes on both sides, right? There's people that hate Trump because he's a white male. Who cares? They're nonsense. Those people, unfortunately, it seems to be becoming a bigger platform of particularly people that dislike Trump or people on the left, right? The Democratic Party, where we're playing this identity politics game. But, it's just a stupid game. It's just, who cares? So for the horse face story, for me, the real issue is Trump shouldn't be calling anyone horseface. Trump shouldn't even be discussing porn stars or anything like that. Leave it to your legal team. You got bigger things to worry about, right? But it has nothing to do with being misogynist. I'm so sick and tired of the double standard that the media is trying to play. I think that if you feel that women can't handle insults because they're women, then I think that you're potentially sexist. I think women are every bit as capable of dishing out and receiving insults as men, and the same with any ethnicity, like I was saying. So, I, for one, am not going to start treating certain groups with kid gloves because I think that they need special treatment. I try to act the same with everyone. So I think Trump's just the kind of person who's brash and makes stupid insults to people all the time that he shouldn't be doing. But I don't think it's because he hates women or he hates black people or any of those other groups. So, all right, have a good one.